There are moments in life when everything seems to turn against you. People, circumstances, and even forces beyond your control all seem to conspire to bring you down. Chosen ones face these moments more often than most because of the unique calling on their lives. The attempts to break you are not accidental. They are a reaction to the power and light you carry. Those who tried to break you didn't fully understand what they were dealing with. They underestimated your resilience, your connection to something greater, and the divine protection that surrounds you. The attempts to break you may have come in many forms. It could have been through betrayal, loss, relentless criticism, or even unseen spiritual attacks designed to drain your energy and destroy your spirit. In the midst of these trials, it can feel as though the weight is too heavy to bear, as if the forces against you are insurmountable. But what they didn't see, what they didn't account for, was the strength that lies within you. That strength is not just physical or mental, it's spiritual, rooted in something far greater than the earthly realm. Chosen ones are often misunderstood. People may see your light, your potential, and your gifts, but instead of supporting you, they try to tear you down. This reaction is born out of fear of your power, fear of what you represent, and fear of what will happen if you fully step into your destiny. The attempts to break you are often driven by jealousy, insecurity, or a desire to maintain control over something they cannot control. But no matter how hard they try, they cannot extinguish a light that was placed within you by the divine. The truth is, every attack against you has only served to reveal your true power. Each time they tried to break you, they unintentionally triggered the process of your transformation. It's in the pressure of these moments that your inner strength was forged, like diamonds created from intense heat and pressure. What they didn't understand is that the more they pushed, the stronger you became. Every attempt to break you was met with divine intervention that shielded you, allowing you to rise from the ashes of their attacks, more powerful than ever. This process of refinement is not always easy. The pain of betrayal, the loneliness of isolation, and the weight of constant opposition can feel overwhelming. But chosen ones are not built to crumble under pressure. Instead, you are designed to rise, to grow, and to emerge from the trials even more aligned with your purpose. The attempts to break you were never about your failure. They were about your awakening. They forced you to see what you're truly capable of, what you're meant to do, and who you're meant to become. As the journey unfolds, you'll begin to realize that the pressure was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to refine you, to strip away the false layers and reveal the powerful being that you truly are. The strength that emerged from those difficult moments was not just a response to the attacks. It was the beginning of a transformation that no one could have predicted. Now that the attempts to break you have only made you stronger, it's time to explore how you held on when the pressure was at its peak and the strength within you refused to yield. Pressure has a way of revealing the true nature of a person. For chosen ones, the pressure can feel overwhelming at times, as though the weight of the world is pressing down on you, trying to crush you under its force. There are moments when it feels like everything is coming at you at once. Difficult situations, relentless opposition, and challenges you didn't see coming. Yet despite it all, you held on. You refused to give in, even when the pressure seemed unbearable. During these moments, it's easy to question why things are happening the way they are. Why does it seem like every step forward is met with resistance? Why do the trials keep coming, one after another? These questions can linger in the mind, but deep down, chosen ones understand that this pressure is not random. It's part of a divine process that is refining you, shaping you, and preparing you for something greater. The pressure was not meant to destroy you, but to activate the hidden strength within. The times when the pressure felt like too much were also the moments when something inside of you refused to break. There's a part of you that knows you are being supported by something greater than yourself. A divine force that ensures you will never face more than you can handle. That support isn't always visible, and there are times when it feels like you're walking the path alone. But chosen ones know that even in the darkest moments, you are never truly abandoned. This awareness is what allowed you to keep moving forward, even when the weight seemed impossible to bear. The external pressure may have been intense, but what was happening within you was even more powerful. Every challenge, every attack, was pushing you toward a deeper understanding of your purpose and your power. The attempts to break you, though painful, were also catalysts for growth. You learned to trust your instincts, to dig deep within yourself, and to find a level of resilience that you didn't even know existed. The pressure exposed weaknesses that needed to be strengthened, and with each trial, you became stronger. One of the most remarkable aspects of the journey is how you held on when others would have crumbled. Many around you may have wondered how you managed to stay standing when the odds were against you. Some may have even counted you out, assuming that the pressure would be too much for anyone to bear. But what they didn't realize is that chosen ones are built differently. The challenges that come your way are not there to defeat you. They are there to awaken the warrior spirit inside of you. The pressure didn't just reveal your strength. It revealed your purpose. Each trial was preparing you for something greater, something you may not have fully understood at the time. But with every step you took, you were being guided toward your destiny. The strength you gained from holding on under pressure wasn't just for survival, it was for transformation. As you reflect on these moments of endurance, it becomes clear that the silent battles you fought were even more significant than anyone realized. Let's delve into how these hidden struggles shaped your journey and fortified your spirit. The greatest battles are often fought in silence. For chosen ones, the external challenges you face are only a fraction of the full picture. Beneath the surface, there are silent battles that rage within. Battles that few people see, but ones that are just as real and just as important. These battles are fought in your mind, your heart, and your spirit. They are the battles of doubt, fear, and uncertainty that creep in when the world feels like it's pushing against you. The silent battles are the ones that test your inner strength in ways that no external force could. When the attacks come, it's not always the physical or visible struggle that is the hardest to bear. It's the mental and emotional toll that weighs you down. Yet, these internal struggles are the ones that refine you the most. Each time you confronted doubt or fear, each time you faced those moments of uncertainty, you fought and won a battle that no one else even knew you were fighting. These silent battles often feel isolating. Chosen ones may find themselves in situations where it seems like no one else understands what they are going through. You may have had moments where you questioned if anyone else could see or feel the intensity of the internal storms you were weathering. In these moments, the temptation to give in can be strong, but something deep inside pushes you to keep going, to fight those battles quietly, knowing that victory is already promised. What others may not realize is how much strength it takes to fight these unseen wars. The mental resilience required to keep moving forward when doubt and fear try to paralyze you is immense. There were days when you may have felt like giving up, days when the voices of negativity seemed louder than the voice of hope. Yet in the quiet, you gathered your strength. You fought back those inner demons, and each time you did, you came out stronger on the other side. The silent battles are not just about overcoming doubt, they are also about learning to trust yourself and the divine guidance that is leading you. Chosen ones often experience moments where their intuition is tested. You may have faced decisions that felt overwhelming, moments where you weren't sure if you were on the right path. Yet, despite the uncertainty, you listened to the quiet voice within, the voice that urged you to keep going. Trusting yourself in these silent battles is what enabled you to continue walking toward your purpose, even when the way was unclear. Each silent battle you fought was a step toward reclaiming your power. These battles may not have been visible to the world, but they were significant. Each time you conquered the fear, the doubt, and the uncertainty, you grew stronger and more aligned with the truth of who you are. These victories were essential because they prepared you for the external battles that would come your way. The strength you gained in silence would soon be revealed for all to see. Now it's time to explore how this hidden strength emerged in the face of adversity and how it began to transform you into someone even more powerful than you imagined. Something unexpected happened as you confronted these challenges. A new version of yourself started to take shape. Strength is not always something you feel in the moment. Sometimes it's only after the battle that you realize just how much power was within you all along. For chosen ones, the challenges you face are not just tests of endurance but catalysts for transformation. Each time you were faced with adversity, something unexpected began to rise from within, a strength that you didn't even know you possessed. This strength wasn't just a physical or mental fortitude, it was a spiritual awakening that allowed you to stand tall when others thought you would fall. The strength that emerged during your darkest moments didn't come from outside sources. It wasn't dependent on others encouraging you or circumstances suddenly improving. It was something that had been inside you all along, waiting to be activated. The adversity you faced acted as the key, unlocking a depth of resilience and courage that had been dormant, hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, or even comfort. Once this strength was awakened, there was no turning back. You began to realize that you are far more powerful than you once believed. It's important to understand that this strength didn't come out of nowhere. Chosen ones are often placed in situations that require them to dig deep, to tap into resources they didn't know they had. The trials you faced were not meant to weaken you, but to help you discover the true extent of your capabilities. This process of discovery may have been painful, but it was also necessary. Each moment of struggle peeled back another layer, revealing the strength that had been lying dormant within you all along. This strength is not just about survival, it's about transformation. When you tapped into this inner power, you didn't just survive the challenges, you began to thrive in ways you never expected. The obstacles that were meant to break you became stepping stones toward a greater version of yourself. You started to see that the very thing others thought would destroy you was actually making you stronger, more determined, and more connected to your divine purpose. Chosen ones often find that their greatest breakthroughs come from their deepest struggles. Another aspect of this strength is that it's not just for your benefit. Chosen ones are meant to be examples, to lead by showing others what it means to rise above adversity. The strength you've discovered within yourself is not only meant to carry you through your own battles, but also to inspire and uplift those around you. Your journey is a testament to the power of resilience and faith, a living example that even when life tries to break you, something stronger can emerge from within. As this strength emerged, it began to change not only how you saw yourself, but also how others saw you. Those who underestimated you started to see that you were not as easy to break as they thought. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable became opportunities for growth and transformation. The more you embraced this strength, the more unstoppable you became. Now that you've uncovered this inner strength, it's time to explore how their attempts to break you only made you stronger. What they intended for harm actually became the fuel for your growth, setting the stage for the incredible transformation that was yet to come. The very attempts to break you became the fuel that ignited a deeper strength within. Chosen ones often find that what others intended for harm becomes the catalyst for growth and transformation. Every attack, every betrayal, and every hardship you faced didn't weaken you. It did the opposite. It built you up in ways you couldn't have imagined. Instead of crumbling under the pressure, you rose higher, more resilient, and more determined to walk in your purpose. The attacks may have come from different directions. It could have been through people close to you who turned against you, or from circumstances that seemed unfairly stacked against you. In these moments, it might have felt like the world was conspiring to break you. But what they didn't realize is that chosen ones are not easily broken. Each attempt to bring you down became a stepping stone toward your elevation. The more pressure that was applied, the more your inner strength grew, pushing you to new heights. At first, the attacks may have shaken you. It's natural to feel disoriented when those you trust or situations you rely on suddenly shift against you. But instead of allowing the attacks to take root in your spirit, something powerful happened. You began to see them for what they were. These were not signs of your failure, they were signs of your strength. The very fact that there was so much resistance meant that you were on the right path, a path that was leading you towards something greater. As the attacks continued, something unexpected emerged from within you. The external opposition forced you to confront your own inner doubts, fears, and limitations. You had to decide whether you would allow the attacks to define you or if you would rise above them. And in that decision, you chose to grow. Every challenge you faced became an opportunity to strengthen your faith, deepen your resolve, and sharpen your focus on your purpose. The more they tried to break you, the stronger you became. What those who tried to harm you didn't understand is that chosen ones are equipped with a divine resilience. This resilience is not just about surviving the storm, it's about thriving in the midst of it. You didn't just endure the attacks, you used them as a means to evolve. Each hardship, each betrayal, was like a refining fire, burning away the unnecessary and revealing the gold within. Instead of diminishing your power, their attacks revealed your true potential. The more they pushed against you, the more your light began to shine. The challenges you faced forced you to dig deep into your spiritual reserves, connecting you more deeply to your divine purpose. What was meant to destroy you only brought you closer to the essence of who you truly are. Chosen ones often discover that the very battles they face are the ones that prepare them for the greatness ahead. As you reflect on the strength that emerged from these attacks, it becomes clear that something powerful was shifting in your favor. The energy began to change, and what was once a period of struggle was now transforming into a season of elevation. It's time to explore how the tides began to turn, and how the shift in energy marked the beginning of an incredible transformation. There comes a moment in every battle when the tide begins to shift. For chosen ones, that shift is often subtle at first, but undeniable once it gains momentum. After enduring countless attacks, betrayals, and obstacles, something began to change. The energy around you started to transform, and what once felt like an endless uphill struggle slowly turned in your favor. It was as if the universe itself had decided that enough was enough, and the forces that had been working against you began to lose their grip. This shift didn't happen by accident. It was the result of your persistence, your resilience, and your unwavering faith. Chosen ones don't crumble under pressure, they evolve. And as you continue to rise above each challenge, you unknowingly set the stage for this moment of transformation. The energy that had been opposing you began to weaken because it could no longer keep up with the strength and determination that was growing within you. What was meant to break you only served to fuel your growth, and now the balance was tipping in your favor. At first, the changes may have seemed small. Perhaps you noticed that certain obstacles that once seemed immovable began to shift. Opportunities that were once closed off suddenly appeared, and people who had worked against you began to fall away, leaving space for new connections and support. This wasn't a coincidence, it was a direct result of the internal shifts you had undergone. The battles you fought, both seen and unseen, had fortified you, and now the external world was starting to reflect the strength you had cultivated within. The shift wasn't just about external circumstances, it was also about how you viewed yourself. Chosen ones often come to a pivotal realization during these moments of transformation, that they are not victims of their circumstances, but creators of their destiny. This newfound understanding changes everything. When you began to see yourself not as someone who was constantly fighting against the odds, but as someone who was destined to rise above them, the power dynamic shifted. No longer did the challenges hold the same weight. Instead, they became stepping stones toward your greater purpose. As the energy shifted, so did your perspective. What once seemed like insurmountable challenges were now seen as opportunities for growth. You understood that each difficulty was not a roadblock, but a lesson, a chance to refine your character and deepen your connection to your purpose. This shift in mindset allowed you to move with greater confidence, knowing that no matter what came your way, you were equipped to handle it. The more you embraced this new reality, the more the universe responded in kind, opening doors and clearing paths that had once seemed impassable. This shift also marked a turning point in how others viewed you. Those who once doubted you or worked against you began to see that no amount of opposition could break the spirit of a chosen one. The strength, resilience, and grace you exhibited in the face of adversity became undeniable. The tables were turning, and what was once a struggle for survival was becoming a path toward elevation. Now that the energy has shifted in your favor, something incredible is about to happen. The moment they thought they had broken you is the moment they will realize just how unbreakable you truly are. Let's explore the pivotal moment when they finally understood that their attempts to take you down were futile, and the realization that you were never going to fall. There is always a moment of clarity, a pivotal point when those who tried to bring you down begin to realize that their efforts have failed. For chosen ones, this moment is not just about survival, but about rising above the attempts to shatter your spirit. The moment they saw that they couldn't break you was a turning point, not just for you, but for those who underestimated your strength. It was the moment when everything shifted, when the illusion of their power over you crumbled. This realization didn't happen overnight. It was the culmination of every attack, every trial, and every obstacle they threw your way. Each time they expected you to fall, you stood taller. Each time they anticipated your defeat, you found a way to move forward. What they failed to understand is that chosen ones are not bound by the limitations of the physical world. Your strength comes from a deeper spiritual source, one that cannot be easily shaken or broken. In their attempts to break you, they revealed their own limitations. They operated under the belief that you were like everyone else, susceptible to the same fears, doubts, and weaknesses. But what they didn't account for was the divine resilience that resides within you. The more they tried to tear you down, the more you tapped into the power that has always been with you. This power is not something that can be taken away or diminished by external forces. It is a core part of who you are, and it grows stronger in the face of adversity. The moment they realized they couldn't break you was also the moment they recognized your purpose. What was meant to weaken you instead fortified your resolve. Every attempt to derail you only served to push you closer to your destiny. It became clear that no matter what they did, no matter how much pressure they applied, you were not going to waver. This was the moment when their power over you dissolved, and the truth of your strength became undeniable. This realization didn't just affect those who opposed you, it also shifted something within you. Chosen ones often find that the moment others see their strength is the moment they fully step into their power. The external validation of your resilience isn't necessary, but it does serve as a reminder of the progress you've made. The battles you fought in silence, the strength you discovered within, and the transformation that took place. All of it led to this defining moment. You are no longer the same person you were when the attacks began. You have grown, evolved, and become stronger than ever before. As the realization set in for those who tried to break you, they were forced to confront a truth they had long denied. You are unbreakable. The power they once thought they held over you vanished, leaving only the reality of your resilience and the futility of their efforts. This moment was a victory, not just because you survived, but because you thrived in spite of everything they did to stop you. Now that they've seen the truth, something remarkable is about to unfold. The setbacks they tried to create will soon turn into the very breakthroughs that elevate you to new heights. It's time to explore the unbelievable turnaround that's coming your way. The moment when everything shifts from setback to breakthrough in ways that no one could have anticipated. There comes a time when everything that was meant to hold you back transforms into the very thing that propels you forward. Chosen ones often experience this moment of unexpected turnaround, a moment when all the setbacks, challenges, and obstacles that seem to work against you suddenly become the catalyst for your greatest breakthrough. It's a shift that no one saw coming, least of all those who tried to break you. The energy begins to move in a way that defies logic, and what was meant to stop you becomes the fuel that accelerates your rise. The transformation from setback to breakthrough doesn't happen by chance. It's a result of all the inner work you've done, all the strength you've built through your struggles, and all the faith you've held onto when circumstances looked bleak. Chosen ones understand that their journey is not linear. The delays, detours, and disappointments are not permanent. They are simply pauses in the process of becoming who you were meant to be. And when the breakthrough comes, it's often sudden and undeniable, leaving no room for doubt about the power of divine timing. The beauty of this turnaround is that it often happens in ways you never expected. The doors that were closed in your face begin to swing open. Opportunities that seemed out of reach suddenly become accessible, and people who once opposed you now have no choice but to acknowledge your resilience. This shift in energy is not just external, it's also internal. Chosen ones begin to see themselves differently, not as victims of their circumstances, but as victors who have overcome what was meant to destroy them. This inner shift paves the way for external breakthroughs to follow. What makes this turnaround so powerful is that it comes from a place of alignment. Chosen ones who have done the work to heal, grow, and strengthen their spirit find that their breakthroughs are not just about success, they are about purpose. The setbacks you faced were never random. They were part of a larger plan to refine you and prepare you for this very moment. Each challenge taught you something valuable. Each delay strengthened your resolve, and each disappointment pushed you closer to your divine path. Now, with everything aligned, the breakthrough arrives not just as a reward, but as a confirmation of your purpose. The turnaround also surprises those who tried to bring you down. They expected you to remain in a place of struggle, never anticipating that the very challenges they created would serve as stepping stones for your elevation. Chosen ones are not only resilient, but resourceful, using every setback as an opportunity for growth. What they intended for harm, the divine has transformed into good, and the results are nothing short of miraculous. This turnaround is not just a personal victory, it's a testament to the power of perseverance and faith. As your breakthrough unfolds, it becomes clear that you were never meant to stay in the space of struggle. The delays were only temporary, and the setbacks were only setups for something far greater than anyone imagined. With the breakthrough now in motion, everything changes. The momentum builds, and what was once a slow climb becomes a rapid ascent into new realms of possibility. Now that you've experienced this incredible turnaround, it's time to reflect on how your resilience has shocked everyone around you. The journey you've walked has not only transformed you, but has also left an indelible mark on those who watched from the sidelines. Let's explore how your strength has become a source of awe and inspiration for all who witnessed your rise. Resilience is a quality that often goes unnoticed until it's put to the test. For chosen ones, the challenges you faced were not meant to be easy, and the opposition against you wasn't light. Yet, it was in the midst of those difficulties that your true strength emerged, and it left those who tried to break you in shock. They underestimated the depth of your resolve, thinking their actions would shatter your spirit. Instead, your resilience became a beacon of power that not only carried you through, but also left everyone around you in awe. At first, they may have expected you to give up. The battles you faced were intense, designed to wear you down, and at times they almost succeeded. But chosen ones don't fold under pressure. Each attempt to break you was met with quiet determination, an inner strength that only grew with every challenge. Those who once believed you would fall began to see that no matter what was thrown your way, you found a way to rise. This resilience was not something they could have anticipated, and it shocked them because they had no idea what you were truly capable of. Your resilience wasn't just about enduring the trials, it was about thriving in the midst of them. Chosen ones don't simply survive hardship, they turn it into something that fuels their growth. What was meant to diminish your light only made it shine brighter, and the very obstacles they put in your path became the reasons for your rise. It wasn't long before those watching from the sidelines realized that their efforts to bring you down had the opposite effect. The more they pushed, the stronger you became. This resilience left people wondering how you managed to keep going when others would have given up. Some might have even envied your ability to persevere, while others found themselves inspired by your unwavering commitment to your path. Chosen ones often leave a lasting impact on those around them, not just because of what they achieve, but because of how they move through adversity. Your resilience became a source of awe, a reminder that no matter how hard life tries to break you, you can always find a way to rise above. As your resilience became more evident, it also began to shift the dynamics in your relationships. Those who doubted you or tried to hold you back started to realize they had underestimated your power. It wasn't just about proving them wrong, it was about showing them that chosen ones are not defined by their circumstances, but by their ability to overcome them. Your resilience sent a message to everyone around you. You are unstoppable, and no force of opposition can take away what is divinely yours. This shock wasn't limited to those who opposed you. Even those who supported you found themselves amazed at how you handled the trials in your path. It became clear that your resilience wasn't just a temporary burst of strength, it was an inherent part of who you are. Chosen ones are equipped with a level of endurance that defies explanation, and your journey became a testament to that truth. As the shock of your resilience settled in, something incredible began to unfold. The power that had been building within you was now ready to manifest in ways that no one could have predicted. The breakthrough they tried to prevent was about to elevate you to a new level, and it's time to fully embrace the power that is now yours. Let's explore how this journey has brought you to a place of undeniable greatness and how you will carry this strength forward into the next chapter of your life. Every challenge, every setback, every attempt to break you has led to this moment. Chosen ones are not defined by the trials they face, but by the power they discover within themselves as they rise above. Now, after all that you have been through, you stand on the other side of those challenges, not as the same person you were when the journey began, but as someone transformed, empowered, and fully awakened to your true potential. This is the moment where you embrace the fullness of your power and move forward into the next phase of your life with confidence. The strength you have gained is not just a result of enduring hardship, it is a reflection of your divine purpose. Every battle was necessary, every setback a stepping stone toward your ultimate elevation. Now you can see clearly that what was meant to destroy you only served to fortify your spirit. The resilience you developed was not in vain. It prepared you for the role you are meant to play in the world. Chosen ones carry a unique light, and now that light is shining brighter than ever before. Embracing your power means acknowledging everything you've been through and honoring the lessons it has taught you. You've learned to trust yourself, to rely on the strength that comes from within, and to lean on your connection to the divine. This power is not fleeting, it's the essence of who you are. Moving forward, you carry with you the unshakable truth that no force, no circumstance, and no opposition can dim the light that burns within you. You are stronger now than you have ever been, and the world will take notice. Moving forward also means stepping fully into your purpose. The trials you faced were not random. They were preparing you for something greater. Now is the time to walk boldly into that purpose, knowing that you are equipped with everything you need to succeed. The power you've cultivated is not just for you, it's for those you are meant to uplift, inspire, and guide. Chosen ones are leaders, not by choice, but by design. Your journey has shaped you into someone who can now help others navigate their own challenges and rise above them. As you move forward, the blessings that are meant for you will begin to manifest. The doors that were once closed will open, and the opportunities that seemed out of reach will come to you effortlessly. This is not just a season of breakthrough, it's a season of abundance. Everything that was delayed will now come to you in divine timing, and the wealth, success, and fulfillment you've been waiting for will flow into your life. But this moment is not just about receiving, it's about giving. Chosen ones are called to use their power for the greater good, to create positive change, and to lead others toward their own breakthroughs. The strength you've gained is a gift, and now it's time to share that gift with the world. You are a force of light, and your journey is far from over. It is only just beginning. In closing, remember this. They tried to break you, but something unbelievable happened. You rose. You discovered the unbreakable power within you, and now, as you move forward, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Embrace your power, walk boldly in your purpose, and know that the best is yet to come. Your journey has prepared you for greatness, and the world is ready to witness the incredible things you will do next.